Alright guys, last night we went out to a tournament on Norfork Lake. It was a night tournament, Friday nighter. It started at 7 I think, went till midnight. We ended up catching some pretty decent fish. It was a tough night of fishing. We ended up going out there Thursday night doing a little bit of pre-fishing. We didn't catch nothing but pound and a halfers. Caught a few 2-pound, which is what we ended up with last night, but we ended up not going back to that part of the lake. We went to a different part that we kind of knew a little better, and we ended up catching some decent fish. There was only one other, I think there was 20 boats last night. Only 5 boats weighed in fish. One other boat weighed in 5 fish. The other guys that weighed in, I think one boat weighed in 2 fish, one boat weighed in 3 fish, and then one boat weighed in 4 fish. But we ended up weighing in 5. Ended up coming out with a 10.6 pound bag, which sounds like for last night that was a pretty decent bag. We caught a lot of fish. Most of them were after dark, so a lot of them ain't gonna be on video because I ain't quite figured out yet how to get a decent video at night where y'all can see. But I'm fixing to post up some video here of Thursday night practice, and then the first few we caught during halfway daylight hours last night. So stay tuned, enjoy. That's one way to start.
There's some bigger fish in there that are bigger than crappie.
Yeah.
That's not large, but it's not a Kentucky. right though. If it's the juice, it's the juice. There he went.
Decent.
Kentucky though, ain't it? No, it's the largest, I think. I'd give him a pound. They've got to be 14 inches out here though to keep.
Full smallmouth 15.
14.
14.
All the way around 14.
Smallmouth. Yep.
Heck, young you, dude. You got another one of those? It sounded like a giant. That's a better fish right there. He just spit, dude, he just spit up a perch head. That's a perch. Is it? Yeah. Well, we haven't tried the shallow yet, man. Remember, this is practice day. Let's see what we find in it before we just ride it off. Who knows? The pigs may have moved up this late already. Big?
Decent. Decent.
Net?
Maybe.
Oh, did you see that in that job? I almost pulled a Kobe, but I got it. That's a good fish, man. Weigh him up. Let's add him to our quota.
All right, we'll talk about a few of the key baits that we used over the last couple nights. As you'll see in the video, Thursday night I caught a few on that Sexy Dog Junior in the bone color. There was a lot in the creek channel we were in. There was a lot of shad busting and whatnot. Bass were just popping them everywhere. So that thing, every time they'd go to bust on top of the water, it was automatic popping that thing across there. You'll see a few of the catches in that practice video. But as far as the tournament went last night, before dark, I think I caught one on a square bill. Wasn't nothing special. Black top, white bottom. It was a small one. I think that was the only one I caught. I threw it quite a bit, and I only caught one on it. It wasn't even big enough to go in the bag. The other two that I caught there at the end come on a watermelon red flake yum dinger, just on a shaky head, just like this one here. Just a 1/8 ounce shaky head, and they were right up against the bank, and a little bit of either seemed like the green grassy areas they're up against the bank, that's where the fish were. They weren't really on the timber as much, didn't seem like. But those two came off kind of green bushes that were in the water. And then throughout after dark, we caught a lot more after dark. We ended up culling, I think, 5 times, and then we caught several that were under a 15-inch limit. But most of them were all after dark. But basically the two baits we used after dark was just a stick style black and blue on a shaky head. We caught several on it throughout the night. And then the key bait we had, I kind of figured it out with about 2.5 hours left in the tournament last night. I just kind of got a whim. I'm like, I'm gonna throw on a chatterbait, and this thing, it absolutely crushed them. There's a lot of offshore brush piles and like bushes in about 10 to 20 foot of water, and I took this black and blue chatterbait with just a rage crawl trailer, black and blue rage crawl trailer, and I just throw it out there as far as I could get it, let it sink to the bottom, and then just start slow reeling it across the bottom, and you feel it come through them bushes, and then they just smash it. We end up calling several times on that black and blue chatterbait. But it was a good night. We caught a lot of fish. Everybody we talked to up at the docks, a lot of guys struggled throughout the night. We got lucky, and we got on them, and we caught a lot of fish. We were missing that really quality fish. I don't know if it was just a bite last night or where we were. We felt like there was a lot of small fish. We ended up, I think our biggest was right at 2.5, 2.6, somewhere in that 2.5 pound range, and then we just had several rocking that 2 pound line. But overall, it was a good night. Like I said, we ended up coming out with the win. 20 boats. We had a lot of fun. We'll probably try to get back up there next weekend or the week after for sure. But y'all give the channel a subscribe. I always fish Tuesday night tournaments that Rocks Outfitters puts on out here in some of the local lakes out here in town. I'm gonna try to get some videos up of them. Maybe figure out a way I can get a little better night footage to give y'all a little more video content. But hit that subscribe button, like the video please, and anything y'all want to see or want to see done a little different, just holler at me. I'm still kind of working through the kinks, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get everything going. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and until next time, appreciate it.